Building a house is difficult. Building something period, something inspired by a bygone era, now that is really tricky. The couple I'm going to meet this week are so seduced by the glamour, the style of the 1930s that they want to recreate it. They want to build a 21st century Art Deco house. Andrew and Helen Berry both work as pilots for British Airways.
We love flying, we love travel, we love seeing new places, staying in nice places, and it's something you're doing for your job, and so it can't be any better than that.
Of course, the only thing is, when we're actually at work, we spend a lot of time apart. We could be flying in opposite directions, be at opposite corners of the globe.
It really brings home into focus because it is where we re-establish ourselves each time we come home.
Andrew and Helen had been living in an old house in Guildford for the last 5 years. They've just demolished it and moved in with friends while they create something much closer to their hearts. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Welcome.
Very well.
Thank you very much.
How are
Good to
you?
meet you.
Yes.
This is your site. And you've started. I mean, you put in foundations.
Yeah, we couldn't quite wait, really.
So what is it you're going to build here?
It's going to be an Art Deco house, really, but a sort of modern Art Deco house.
Totally Art Deco at the front, curves, lots of glass, lots of big Art Deco windows. You will see some of the Art Deco features from the front brought round to the rear of the building, but then you get into more of a modern interpretation of the building with bigger windows.
We wanted that sort of feel of light, but some bits of it will be cosy because there'll be areas where you can have lots of furniture and things, but yeah, it's going to be our home.
As it's a new build, Andrew and Helen are taking the opportunity to build in some sustainable features to their home.
Sustainability, well, at the moment everyone's worrying about water shortages, so we have already buried a 4,000 litre container or tank in the ground, which is going to be a grey water system for the project.
And then we'll be using that to flush all the toilets and feed into the washing machine as well.
Where is it?
It's just over there.
There.
All right. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Andrew and Helen's glamorous 21st century Art Deco house will be built using eco-friendly concrete. It won't be an extravagant building though. The somewhat conventional layout starts with a large sitting room at one end with a striking corner window. Next to it, a funnel-shaped lobby will be the strongest internal feature, built partly from curved glass walls that'll draw you into the building and light the kitchen tucked behind it. Next to the kitchen, there'll be a formal dining room, and at the end of the house, a large garage. Upstairs, there'll be a maze of 4 bathrooms and 5 bedrooms to consume all that harvested rainwater. The largest bedroom will also have its own walk-in wardrobe. The architecture upstairs will be low-key, but Andrew and Helen do want a raised vaulted ceiling up here with skylights. The interior of this house could be spectacular, but Andrew and Helen have yet to really refine the Art Deco detailing. Outside, it's more convincing. Their modern sloping roof will be cleverly hidden by a parapet wall, while a stepped detail will crown their glamorous Art Deco facade. Underneath, a long, narrow window flanked by decorative tiles will represent something of a signature airplane motif. This will sit above a dramatic, very 1930s curved porch. So why Art Deco? What is it about it?
It has a link to our jobs. Flying started in that period, took off, if you'll forgive me for saying it, in that period. The aeroplanes of the 1930s were big silver cigar-shaped things, and they reflected those in the buildings, streamlining of the buildings. The buildings are smoothed off. They had sort of classic Art Deco shapes on the front of them, which were a plan view of an aircraft stuck on the outside. And the front of the house will actually have that.
Of course, there is a danger here that in the pursuit of this one idea that you love, the Art Deco, that you kind of you forget about all the other important things that go into a building, convenience and comfort, and that it makes it not a very livable space.
There may be a danger of being a slave to it. I don't know, I don't think so. We're going to use what is good about the Art Deco, and I haven't found anything that's bad yet.
Art Deco grew out of something else, another movement, modernism. Buildings like this were being put up all over Europe after the First World War, and they are typified by plain, simple walls, straight lines, flat roofs, no decoration at all. This style is functional, it's almost brutal. Art Deco evolved into something like this, something more glamorous, more curvy, more decorative. In fact, the defining quality of the style is decoration. Stepped facades were decorated with ornamental details nicked from the architecture of all kinds of ancient civilizations, as if designed for a Hollywood epic. But Art Deco buildings also celebrated machinery and power in the age of travel, becoming streamlined and curved like the ocean liners and planes of the era. Recreating a style so rooted in the 1930s in a way that works today is going to be difficult. I don't envy Andrew and Helen's architect, Trevor Adams. You've got this juggling act here, haven't you? You've got to create a very contemporary home in this period style, both inside and out. So how do you reinterpret the Art Deco language for this building, evolve it, and yet at the same time not make it look either, I don't know, lame or overblown?
It's an era of architecture that most people are familiar with to some extent or another. And I think one could argue it's a dangerous game to play sometimes, because you will get people that look at the architectural accuracy and the historic accuracy. My sort of get-out clause on that is that the phrase, it's the spirit of the thing that counts. But equally, I think if you're going to do these things, you have to do them with a level of authenticity that makes them believable. Otherwise, it's going to look phony if it's not quality.
To achieve the high-quality finish that this house will demand, Andrew and Helen have budgeted £340,000 for construction, and they hope to have finished in 9 months. Their builder, Alan, is an experienced project manager, and he and his team of skilled tradesmen are going to have to rise to the challenge of building in Art Deco style. Unlike 1930s Art Deco buildings, their modern version is being built with new, lightweight concrete blocks that are much easier to handle and lay than traditional blocks.
Well, I was only here yesterday at 3 o'clock, and this window and that whole area wasn't even done, and here it's finished. Well, nearly. So it's quite nice. To see progress that quick. The best thing is the fact that we've now been able to see the curves start to come out, which is really rewarding.
You know, getting this period detail thing right is really, really tricky. To stop this project from looking like a sort of dry, dusty academic exercise, or on the other hand, worse, a kind of weak, insipid attempt, Andrew and Helen have got to pour their hearts and souls into this build. The success of this project will stand or fall on the quality of the design and the quality of the detail.